throughout the plaza as the snail crew rides paper airplanes. Directed by David Soren. Produced by Lisa Stewart, PGA. Co-producer Susan Flegel-Rogers. Screenplay by David Soren and Darren Lemke and Robert Siegel. Story by David Soren. Music by Henry Jackman. Ryan Reynolds. A plastic cup traps Chet. Paul Giamatti. Tito looks out of his taco truck. Michael Pena. Luis Guzman. A tractor-trailer displays Guy Gagne. Bill Hader. Snoop Dogg. Maya Rudolph. Ben Schwartz. Richard Jenkins. Ken Jeong. Michelle Rodriguez. And Samuel L. Jackson. Editor James Ryan. Head of Story, Ennio Torreson Jr. Production Designer, Michael Isaac. Visual Effects Supervisor, Sean Phillips. Head of Layout, Chris Stover. Head of Character Animation, David Burgess. Art Director, Richard Daskus. Production Manager, Chris Leahy. Visual Consultant, Wally Pfister, ASC. Animation Supervisors, Dennis Couchin, John Hill, Merrick Kochout, Ben Rush, Dan Wagner. Head of Effects, Alessandro Alex Angaro. Supervising Technical Director, Serge Struczynski. Character Effects Supervisor, Lee Graff. Head of Lighting, Mark Fedibeni. Lighting Supervisors, Max Bruce, Greg Lev, Igor Lodiero, M. Scott McKee, Gaku Nakatani, Gabrielle Portnoff, Pablo Valle. Modeling Supervisor, Brian Jeffco. Surfacing Supervisor, Lisa Slates-Connors. Character TD Supervisor, Martin Costello. Character TD Co-Supervisor, Milana Huang. The fat snail sits in a spotlight.
I can talk. Okay, baby, here we go.
Bouncing on his purple belly, the snail's eyes bug out as he pops into his tiny shell.
You did it! I talked!
First Layout Supervisor, James Ryan Peterson. Matte Painting Supervisor, Gregory Miller. Crowd Supervisor, Brad Herman. Stereography, Philip Captain 3D McNally. Sound Designer, Supervising Sound Editor, Richard King. Re-recording Mixers, Andy Nelson, Michael Babcock. Casting by Leslie Feldman, Christy Soper-Hilt. Credits roll. Cast, Ryan Reynolds as Turbo. Paul Giamatti as Chet. Michael Pena as Tito. Samuel L. Jackson as Whiplash. Luis Guzman as Angelo. Bill Hader as Guy Gagne. Snoop Dogg as Smooth Move. Maya Rudolph as Burn. Ben Schwartz as Skidmark. Richard Jenkins as Bobby. Ken Jeong as Kim Lee. Michelle Rodriguez as Paz. Michael Patrick Bell as White Shadow. Mario Andretti as Dos Bros Customer, Race Official. Aiden Andrews as Bike Boy. Aaron Berger as Danny. Jen Cohn as Network Reporter. Ryan Krigo as VIP. Rich B. Dietl as Tomato Slicer, Reporter. Paul Dooley as the Foreman. Derek Dryman as Worker Snail Number 2, Fast Network Trackside Anchor. Susan Fitzer as Sally, American Anchor. Dario Franchitti as Scottish Anchor, Male Tourist. Brian Hopkins as Lookout Snail. Joseph Izzo as Fast Network Announcer, Security Guard Number 1. Gordon James as Security Guard Number 2. Andrea Announcer, Security Guard Number 1. Gordon James as Security Guard Number 2. Andrea Montana Knoll as Worker Snail Number 7, Female Tourist. Chris Miller as Tour Bus Driver. Latifa Uau as Worker Snail Number 3. Paul Page as Announcer Number 1. Chris Parnell as Announcer Number 2. Will Power as Australian Anchor. Lashana Rodriguez as Radio DJ, Hot Oven. James Ryan as Phil, Plant Worker. Takao Noguchi. Lloyd Scher as Spanish DJ. Kurtwood Smith as Indie CEO. David Soren as Worker Snail Number 1. Camp Tuck Snail. Gagne's Crew Chief. Indie Network Executive. Newspaper Boy. Auto-Tune Kid. Paul Soren as Worker Snail Number 5. Lisa Stewart as Worker Snail Number 4. Indie Marketing Executive. Mark Walton as Official. Story. Production Supervisor. Andrea Montana Knoll. Story Artist. Guy Barley. Ken Morrissey. Sean Bishop. John Puglisi. Matt Braley. Andy Schuler. Derek Dryman. Toby Shelton. Heidi Jo Gilbert. Nasos Vakalis. Sharon Bridgman-Lukic. Darren R. Webb. Januel Mercado. Additional story artists. Robert Porter. Brad Seacrest. Eric Ramsey. Mark Walton. Production coordinator, Alex Baskin. Editorial, Production Supervisor, Andrea Montana Knoll. Associate Editors, Susan Fitzer, Rich B. Dietel. In memory of Nicholas Sanger Hopp. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway logo. Gasoline Alley, Indy 500, Indianapolis 500, the Indianapolis 500 logos. Gentlemen, start your engines. IndyCar and the IndyCar logo are registered trademarks of Brickyard Trademarks Incorporated and used with permission. Copyrights of IndyCar Entertainment and its affiliates are used with permission of IndyCar Entertainment. The AAA trademark and distinctive tow truck striping are registered trademarks of the American Automobile Association and may not be reproduced in any form without the express written consent of AAA. Reproduction by DreamWorks is done with the express written permission of AAA. Any unauthorized reproduction is strictly prohibited. Copyright 2013 Auto Club Enterprises. All rights reserved. Chevrolet, the Chevrolet emblem. Corvette, the Corvette crossed flags emblem. Camaro, Traverse, and the respective body designs are trademarks of General Motors, LLC. Firestone is a trademark of Bridgestone Brands, LLC, and Bridgestone Licensing Services, Incorporated, registered in the U.S. and other countries. Sunoco is a trademark of Sunoco, Incorporated, Sunmarks, LLC, and Sunoco Overseas, Incorporated, registered in the U.S. and other countries. Verizon is a trademark of Verizon Trademark Services, LLC. Houdini is a registered trademark of Verizon Wireless. Songs, It's Tricky, written by Daryl McDaniels, Jason Menzel, Rick Rubin, and Joseph Simmons, performed by Run DMC. What's New Pussycat, written by Hal David and Burt Bacharach, performed by Tom Jones. Drop It Like It's Hot, written by Calvin Brodus, Pharrell Williams, and Chad Hugo, performed by Snoop Dogg, featuring Pharrell Williams. Nochecitas Mexicanas, written by Ruben Mendez del Castillo, performed by Mariachi Vargas de Tecleton. Crazy, Spanish version, written by Armando Perez, Jonathan Smith, and Federico Franchi, performed by Pitbull, featuring Lil Jon. Jump Around, written by Eric Schrody and Larry Mugaron, performed by House of Pain. We Are the Champions, written by Freddie Mercury, performed by Queen. Going Back to Indiana, written by Barry Gordy Jr., Deke Richards, Freddie Perren, and Alfonso Metzel, performed by Jackson 5. Speedin', written by Ali Theodore, Nick Lasides, Sergio Cabral, Michael Klein, John McCurry, Yusuf Jackson, and Julian Davis, performed by Classic. The Snail is Fast, written by Ali Theodore, Jordan Yeager, Sergio Cabral, Yusuf Jackson, and Alana da Fonseca, performed by V12. Here We Come, written by Ali Theodore, Nick Lasides, Sergio Cabral, Brian Spitzer, John McCurry, and Joseph Smart, performed by V12. Sailing, written and performed by Christopher Cross. Eye of the Tiger, Holler If You Hear Me, performed by Survivor. Tupac. Eye of the Tiger, as performed by Survivor, written by Jim Peterick and Frankie Sullivan. Holler If You Hear Me, as performed by Tupac, written by Tupac Shakur. Kevin Rames, Randy Walker, Christopher Walker, Garrett Strong, Norman Whitfield, George Clinton Jr., Gary Scheider, and David Spradley. NWO, written by Al Jorgensen and Paul G. Barker, performed by Ministry. Saturday Night, written by Willie Will Dog Abers, Ulysses Bella, Raul Pacheco, Justin Poirier, Astru Sierra, Hiro Yamaguchi, and J. Smith Freeman, performed by Ozo Motley. Let the Bass Go, written by C. Brodus, performed by Snoop Dogg. Copyright 2013 DreamWorks Animation, LLC. All rights reserved. DreamWorks Animation, LLC is the author and creator of this motion picture for the purposes of the Berne Convention and all national laws giving effect thereto, and for the purposes of copyright law in the United Kingdom. This motion picture is protected under the laws of the United States and all other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability and criminal prosecution. This film has been described by the Media Access Group at WGBH with funding from 20th Century Fox. Read by Christopher Flowers. For more information about motion picture access, visit our website at access.wgbh.org.